All right, guys. So there's a lot that has gone down in the last 10 minutes here. So Aaron Wilson just put out a report saying that the Jets are parting ways with offensive coordinator Mike LaFleur. That instantly started spreading like wildfire. Crazy stuff, right? Jets are moving on from LaFleur, new OC. Who's it going to be? But like 5 minutes ago, Connor Hughes and Zack Rosenblatt, two members of the Jets beat, have came out and said, no, Mike LaFleur has not been fired and that they are still kind of deliberating. So now, it's a weird spot to begin with, but it's like, where did Aaron Wilson get this info from? Is he flat out wrong? Does he know something that nobody else knows and he's kind of leaking it early? I think the good news right now for Jets fans is there should be some sort of decision made today. We saw the move with the Titans offensive coordinator Downing and Turner from Washington. Both of those moves came out yesterday. So, we actually talked a little bit about this in today's video, or in this morning's video, where it's like, if the Jets want to move on from Mike LaFleur, you're not going to be just waiting around, watching other teams fill out their coaching staffs. Washington needs an OC. Titans, obviously, they need an offensive coordinator now. You got teams like the Colts, the Texans, the Panthers, the Broncos, like all these teams have to fill that position too. So, I don't think, if the Jets sincerely want to make a move here, it's probably not wise to sit on your hands for a week and then say, next Thursday, say, oh, you know what, let's part ways with LaFleur. Let's go out and get Cliff, right? Chances are he's probably going to have his mind made up by then. So that's my kind of take on the situation. We're probably going to get a definitive answer today at some point, whether LaFleur stays or he goes. One thing I do think is relevant to kind of talk about here. Robert Saleh said in his end of year press conference that the Jets are definitely looking to add a veteran coaching staff to the room. Whether that's a Gary Kubiak, as Rich Cimini pointed out. I mean, there's a lot of different guys that the Jets can go after here. But again, in my opinion, it has to be somewhat swift. We can't just wait around. Yes, the Jets have taken monumental steps forward, monumental steps in the right direction. That is awesome. We got the young core pieces. It seems like we have the culture in place. Things are moving. Things are churning. I like the direction. But at the end of the day, there are 31 other teams out there. It's not like it's just Jets or bust. If you're a candidate out there, for example, a Cliff Kingsbury, and you get approached by the Jets and you get approached by the Patriots, and you get approached by Sean Payton, Denver Broncos, whoever it is. Like, it's not just the Jets are the best job, 100%. Let's move. They're a really, really good job, but it's not like they're going to be the first domino to fall here. So it's going to be interesting. And look, let's just hypothetically say that LaFleur stays. Is it the end of the world? Is the following season over? No, it's not, because, and Saul actually alluded to this in the same presser, or sorry, it could have been the press conference beforehand. He talked about himself in San Francisco and said, hey, you know what? My defense wasn't all that great, but Shanahan trusted me. I was a young DC. I was a young coordinator. Shanahan gave me that extra year, and all of a sudden everything flipped. Everything clicked, and that defense was top notch. Essentially saying that that's the reason why I'm here as the head coach today, because I got that opportunity. That Shanahan stuck with me as a young guy. And we can even point to a more recent example in Jeff Ulbrich, worst defensive football last year. Saleh doesn't make a move. He hangs on to Ulbrich, says, no, we're going to just add talent to the defense. And now they're a top five defense, 1 year. So anything could happen. Anything could change. But to be honest with you, I am looking at LaFleur. I am looking at this offense, and something's got to give here. If LaFleur stays, somebody else needs to be in that room, because if the offense starts to go south in October, what's the plan? Fire LaFleur and have like Calabrese call plays or Saleh taking over offensive duties? Like, there's got to be an offensive game plan. Not just like physically, like with game planning for opponents, but there has to be some sort of backup plan in place if LaFleur doesn't work out, if the intention is to keep him around for next season. But again, I feel like we'll get some sort of news at some point at some point today, because I don't think Aaron Wilson, who's reported a lot of stuff correctly, I don't think he's just gonna, tweet something out just because he feels like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just irresponsible. So I think we'll hear something today. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.